YouTube, what is going on this morning? Welcome aboard, everybody. Drunk Pilot here. Hope you guys are doing well on this Sunday. Welcome to Houston, George Bush Intercontinental. We are flying from Houston to Pasto, Colombia. I am getting some practice in for our virtual airlines stage 2 of our landing challenge. And I decided to pull out the PMDG 737-600 for this flight. It's a 7,136 foot runway at an elevation of 5,900 feet, 5,958 to be correct. We're going to be trying to shoot the RNAV runway 2 approach. Couple of things about the flight. UAL 2357, 4 hours 48 minutes in the air, 37,000 feet, 112 passengers aboard, about 32,000 pounds of fuel, and about 6,000 pounds of cargo. Now, I have been having some major issues with the sim. I have reinstalled all of my 737s. I have updated my BIOS, and we're going to see what happens now. This is the third try I'm doing this, so battery on, ground power on, nav lights are on. Preliminary checks. Thrust levers idle, fuel controls shut off. Speed brakes are down and disarmed, flaps are up, parking brake is set, landing gear is down, wipers are off. I've got this first officer here. I'm not sure if I want to run him or not, because I'm not sure if he's the guy that is making this fault. So I think I'm gonna just do it by myself right now, see how it goes. So, sorry buddy, we're not gonna have a first officer. But what I do want is my smart cars and my Beyond ATC. So we don't have any VATSIM coverage right now.
Beyond ATC connected.
The closest thing I can find is a 737-700, so just gonna pick the 737, just the closest one. That'll work, and fly. And we can tune into ATIS.
39 Zulu, wind con. Visibility 10. Ceiling 25,000 broken. Temperature 28. 2.25. Altimeter 3002. Landing runway 08 left, 08 right, 09er. Departing runways 15 right, 15 left, 09er. Numerous cranes in operation around George Bush Intercontinental H. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Lima.
All right, we got Lima.
George Bush Intercontinental H.
All right, let's go ahead and request our data here. And start programming our FMC. Well, first. 3002. What are you doing, Pop? All right, into the FMC we go. Nav data out of date. Are you kidding me? Bro. I'm not gonna restart the sim for that. Let me go ahead and request clearance. Houston, clearance delivery. United 2357 with information Lima request clearance to Pasto.
United 2357, Houston clearance. Information Lima correct. Cleared to Antonio Narino Airport. Flies a 5 departure. Kelp transition, then is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 132.25. Squawk 1365.
Clear to Antonio Narino Airport via the Flies of 5 departure Kelp transition. Then it's filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 132.25. Squawk 1365. United 2357.
It might take a few minutes for the passengers to start arriving, though.
United 2357, read that correct. Contact ground 121.7 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Ground on 121.7, United 2357.
Ground to cockpit.
Oops.
Go ahead.
Set payload. Fuel is good, payload's good.
Hi there. We're now refueling the aircraft and we'll let you know.
Done this twice already, so I already know the numbers.
Ground to cockpit. Go ahead.
Good to go. Cost index 72. All that stuff is good. Yep, select route.
Roger.
Load. Activate, execute. Perfinet. 109.3 looks good. 5.1 in the reserves. Oops. 5.1 in the reserves. Cost index 72. Fly level 370. Execute. Departure. 15 left. Flies a 5. Kelp transition. Execute. Arrival. We're going to be doing the RNAV 2. Let's see if we have any transitions. Bocan. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Execute. And request our wins. Load. Descent. Forecast. Load. Execute. Over to our N1 limit. We're ready to run performance calculations. So the first issue I had, I was taking the 800, and I haven't flown the 737 in a while. I've been loving on the 777. I've flown the Airbus. Flew the Airbus for my first challenge into Gibraltar. Did the Phoenix. So it's been a while since I've flown the 737. And so, of course, you know, PMDG had thrown out a couple of updates, and on the EFB, the electronic flight bag and the performance tool were like stacked. And I tried to click on it, and this wouldn't load up. I couldn't click on my OFP. None of this would load up. So, and then performance tool, everything was just jumbled up. So I tried to work on that. I thought it was an add-on where I had a custom background, and so I tried to take that out, and that didn't work. And then I tried to delete it, and that didn't work. And I mean, everything looked fine. So I was like, whatever, I'll just uninstall 800 and 900. And so while I was on the PMDG site, I saw the 600. It was only 35 bucks. I was like, okay. I mean, I spend 35 bucks at Starbucks sometimes, you know, rare, but you know, 35 bucks for the 600. It's a little baby aircraft. It's kind of cool looking, you know. In case we were to ditch in water, all the passengers can fit on the vertical stab. It's crazy. Crazy tiny. So, 35 bucks. I bought it. And so, I did that. Got it up in the air. And just started crashing the desktop. That was the second crash to desktop. The first one, I just did it without the EFB. I was like, whatever, I don't need the EFB. Just manually plugged in everything like the old school way before we had the EFB, before we were spoiled. So, same thing, crashed the desktop right about you know, once I hit the coast. So started, you know, getting slow frames, lagging frames and everything, crashed the desktop. And then I got the 600, same thing, crashed the desktop. So now, updated BIOS, I'm not running my first officer, and we're gonna see how it goes. I'm not entirely hopeful. Is he still sitting here? You're a troublemaker. But let's see. Over to performance tool, 15 left. Import from aircraft. All that looks good, because I know I've done this already. Flaps 1, yes, I was surprised that we did a Flaps 1 takeoff. And we are still doing that. 37-degree D rate. And it was kind of like a rocket, so I'll put it in climb 2. Because there is a restriction. Pretty much my first waypoint, taps. There's a 4,000 foot restriction. So 135, 136, 141. All those V speeds look good. And they are in there. Oh, yep, taps 4,000 below. Bottle 5,000 below. And then flies a 7,000 above. So I've been having to turn off the auto throttle so I don't break 250. So we'll set it 4,000. Runway heading is 149. And V2 141. Flight directors on. Auto throttle arm. LNAV, VNAV, on. Apparently haven't done my overhead. $37,000 feet. Landing altitude, let's go ahead and adjust that. It's like 59 something. 5950. Okay. I know he can come on. Whoa. It's a different air conditioner switch. Okay. Traffic, data, terrain. First officer gets the same treatment.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. Everyone's on board.
We're just awaiting the load sheet from ground. As soon as we have it, feel free to close the doors.
No problem. I'll bring it to you as soon as they send it up. You still have time to do the
Release
welcome
my
announcement.
fuel, release the
That can pass some
galleys,
of the time.
release my loaders, contact ground crew, tell them I'm ready to start my
Cockpit to
APU.
ground. Go ahead. We're starting the APU now. Stand by for ground power disconnection in a few minutes.
Roger. We'll monitor the startup from down here and let you know if we see anything untoward.
Roger.
Even right now, it feels like I'm just getting a random slow frame. So the next application I'm gonna close, we start getting any kind of issues, it's gonna be self-loading cargo. I'm gonna turn that off for now. Over to the APU.
Good morning from the cockpit. This is your captain speaking. I'd like to welcome you on board this morning's flight. I hope you're all well. We're currently preparing for departure up here in the cockpit, and once we're airborne, we'll be climbing to our cruise level of 37,000 feet. We're not anticipating any delays, so we hope to be underway very shortly. The cabin crew will start securing the cabin once the aircraft has pushed back from the stands. As we make our way to the departure runway, please make sure you're seated and secured as they make their way around the aircraft. The weather is looking good, so it should be a nice, comfortable climb up to our cruise level. Once we're airborne, there shouldn't be any issue during our climb. It's a pretty straightforward departure out of the airport, so nothing to worry about there. It looks as though the en route winds are in our favor, so there shouldn't be any issue getting to our destination on time. However, we will keep you informed throughout the flight if that changes. The ground crew have finished loading the aircraft, so if you could get yourself seated and secured.
Ground to cockpit.
Go ahead.
Loading has been completed. We're sending the load sheet up to you now. We're waiting for you to close up. Once the beacon light is switched on, we'll contact you to begin pushback.
Roger.
Looks like our doors are closed. Release the jetway.
Hello?
Hi, Captain. Okay, here's the load sheet from ground. I've written the passenger count here, the crew count here, and a total number of souls, not including yourself, here.
Thanks.
Okay, looks like we're all set to go whenever you're ready.
Okay, great. You can close the doors whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'll let the crew know, and we'll get closed up as soon as we can. All stations, please close doors.
I'm gonna need you guys to get out of the way. Houston ground, United 2357, request push and start.
We've been cleared for push and start. Tail to the right.
United 2357, Houston ground, pushback approved. Face south.
Ground to cockpit. Go ahead.
Push and start approved, face south, United 2357.
Just a reminder, if you're using software to track your virtual
The last time
you might want to start
I tried to do a pushback, it tilted me all the way
We're ready
back,
to disconnect. Thanks for the
including
help.
a
Then straight
nice
ahead,
tail
we'll see
strike, so we'll see what happens here. Looks like we're good. I think it's because I was on the... my brakes may have been on. Accidentally. My parking brake was off, but... it, kind of thought my brakes were on. Alright. Hydraulics on. Packs off. Fuel pumps on. And we are ready to turn number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets and brace position, which you must adopt if you hear brace. Brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle and 2 at the front of the cabin. More lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown.
Oh, now you're gonna turn me.
It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth, hold in place.
Okay.
Pull on each side to adjust.
And let's go ahead and start engine 1.
If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist, click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. The light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight, and thank you for flying with self-loading cargo.
Houston ground, United 2357, request taxi, runway 15 left.
United 2357, runway 15 left taxi via Romeo Alpha, Whiskey Bravo, Whiskey Whiskey.
Romeo Alpha, Whiskey Bravo, Whiskey Whiskey, United 2357. They never hear my readback.
Negative. Clarify departure runway 15 left and taxi via Romeo Alpha, Whiskey Bravo, Whiskey Whiskey.
Taxi 15 left via Romeo Alpha, Whiskey Bravo, Whiskey Whiskey, United 2357.
Negative. Taxi via Romeo
Same.
Alpha, Whiskey Bravo, Whiskey Whiskey.
Runway 15 left taxi via Romeo Alpha, Whiskey Bravo, Whiskey Whiskey, United 2357.
That was a big lag. I'm gonna have to do something with my rudder pedals. I'm pretty sure my brake is sort of broken now. I think it came loose because I can turn it like almost all the way back now. But it seems like we still have some braking action, so that's good. I just have to be a little bit gentle.
Hello?
Hi, Captain. The cabin is secured for takeoff.
Thanks a lot.
I'll get the crew seated and secured as soon as you give us the word.
I will, no problem.
United 2357, contact Houston Tower 135.15. Have a good day.
Tower on 135.15, United 2357. Houston Tower, United 2357, runway 15 left, ready for departure.
United 2357.
Just going through all these guys.
You are nowhere near 15 left. Why in the world are you asking for departure clearance?
Shut up.
United 2357, you are nowhere near 15 left. Why in the world are you asking for departure clearance?
My apologies, United 2357. You better not. Okay. Houston Tower, United 2357, runway 15 left, ready for departure.
United 2357, Houston Tower, wind calm, fly heading 130, runway 15 left, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 15 left, United 2357.
Approaching 15 left.
All stations, seats for takeoff, please.
On runway 15 left. Flaps, flaps.
You're fine. You're fine.
Airspeed alive. Knots. Rotate. E2. Positive rate of climb.
Hey.
United 2357, contact Houston departure.
Over to departure, United 2357. See ya.
Cabin crew, you're free to move around the cabin.
Houston departure, United 2357 with you, 2,000 for 4,000.
United 2357, Houston departure, radar contact, cleared direct taps, resume the Flyza 5.
Direct taps, resume flies of 5, United 2357. All right.
All aircraft be advised information mic now current, altimeter 3001.
See what I was saying? All right, now we can go to 5. I'm gonna knock on wood. It seems pretty stable right now. Just kind of looking at my altitude, and it's not really lagging or anything. So we might be okay. All right, 10,000 feet. Bing bong.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign, so you are now free to move around the cabin. However,
Yeah, I think we're running pretty good now. So I will see you guys in a few hours for the approach. I mean, I just know it's gonna crash soon. It's going crazy. There it goes. I called it, ladies and gentlemen. This is a fresh installation of PMDG 737-600. I flew the Phoenix yesterday for a good 4 hours, 5 hours. Same programs. So let's see what our event log says.
United 2357. Contact Houston Center 133.4. Have a good day.
Houston Center 133.4, United 2357. See ya.
so stay drunk for the weekend. A peace of mind on borrowed time, so forget what you're thinking. Temporary fiction, can't control your diction. Speak slow. Told me that you see her. I told you that's the reaper, but you know. Where can you run? Where can you hide? You have guilt for your mistakes, so stay drunk till the year ends. Hallucinate, you see her face and praise her like a godsend. Dopamine deficient, crave her like an addiction. Let go. Heaven on the weekend, diving off the deep end. Breathe slow. Where can you run when the air gets thinner every step you take? Where can you hide when death is coming closer? And all at once you will find this is what it takes to be alive. You have loved and you have lost, so stay drunk if it hurts less. Prescription fed to fix your head, but nothing can repair it. Father, does it kill you to see what we were put through by her? Bottom of the deep end, you're covered in a cold sweat, burn slow. Where can you run when the air gets thinner every step you take? Where can you hide when death is coming closer? And all at once you will find this is what it takes to be alive. This is what it takes. Where can you run when the air gets thinner? Where can you hide when you're drunk and bitter? And all at once you will find this is what it takes to be alive. This is what it takes. Where can you run?
Okie dokie, guys. We are getting close to our top of descent. Went ahead and turned the seatbelts on.
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit. I
Just
hope you're
because
enjoying the
there
flight so
is
far.
a little
I've
bit of
turned the seatbelt
turbulence.
sign on due to the turbulence we're experiencing at the moment. Please fasten your seatbelt.
Alright. Saying 224, we gotta be at. Mark it there is. Yes, 409. Yeah, see, my stuff is not updated. Huh. Bogota Center, United 2357 with you, flight level 370.
United 2357, Bogota Center, identified.
We will do Myrrh. See where that puts us. It's not bad. See what our arrival weather is looking like.
Sierra Kilo Papa Sierra Airport information Papa 1600 Zulu weather wind 296 at 6 visibility 10,000 sky condition 3,000 scattered temperature 24 QNH 1020 advise on initial contact. You have information Papa.
Only a 6-knot tailwind, that's not bad.
Sierra Kilo Papa Sierra Airport information Papa 16.
$10,000, 8,800. And that looks pretty good.
United 2357, Bogota Center. Expect radar vectors. RNAV runway 02.
Expect radar vectors RNAV runway 02, United 2357.
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit. I hope you're enjoying the flight so far. We'll be starting our descent in approximately 15 minutes. The arrival weather forecast is looking good, so it should be a nice easy approach into the airport. We're not expecting any delays, so we should be able to land fairly quickly. Once we do begin descending, please listen carefully to the cabin crew and pay special attention to their instructions and also the seatbelt sign, which I will be illuminating before landing. Thanks very much for flying with us, and I'll speak to you again shortly.
United 2357, radar vectors are an AV runway 02. Report ready for descent.
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit. I hope you're enjoying the flight so far.
Radar vectors are nav 02. Will report ready for descent. United 2357.
United 2357, flight present heading. Descend to flight level 140, Antonio Narino Airport, landing runway 02.
Down to flight level 140, United 2357.
United 2357, turn right, heading 210, vectors for the approach.
Right turn heading 210, United 2357. You know what? I'm gonna keep it in LNAV. Ah! Let's see here. Definitely gonna go flaps 40. We're only have a 6-knot tailwind, so I'm gonna add 0. Actually, variable at 8, so I'm gonna add 2. 5720. Okay, I'll be all right. /126. Up.
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit.
/126.
As you may have noticed, we've begun our descent. We should be arriving in around 20 minutes, depending on local air traffic, and I will shortly be instructing the cabin crew to get the cabin ready for our arrival. Once that happens, the seatbelt sign will be illuminated, and you will be required to stay seated and secured until after landing. If you need to visit the toilet, it may be worth making your way towards one now. You'll next hear from me after landing, so I will wish you a very good afternoon once again, and I'll speak to you in a short while.
Alright, so you guys would like to look at the chart. Here we are. Gonna hit Mercaderes at apparently 14,000, and then PS409, which is different in my FMC. Final approach fix is PS411 at 8,800. 180 knots. $150 knots, excuse me. Then we're gonna make the turn on a 3.2 degree glide slope. On down. And into the runway there. Mountains on both sides. So we're gonna try and squeeze her in. Minimum 6,300 feet. I just don't see why. Oh, okay. We're doing all right. Well, at least I thought we were doing all right. Why aren't you wanting to descend? Here we go. Okay. You got this. Um, 7:25, 7:30.
United 2357Q and H1021 expect radar vectors for RNAV runway 02.
Expecting radar vectors RNAV runway 02 United 2357.
Negative QNH1021.
QNH 1021 United 2357. Alright, slow down, buddy. gonna have to put out some speed brakes, so.
United 2357, 23 miles from PS 410, flight present heading, maintain 8,800 feet until established on the final approach course, cleared RNAV runway 02.
Maintain 8,800 until established on final approach course. Cleared RNAV 02, United 2357. Okay.
Cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Transition. Go ahead and set it down at 8,800.
Cabin crew, please take seats for landing.
pretty soon to be putting out everything, but that's all right. At least give me time to take a look at that.
United 2357, contact Antonio Narino Tower 118.0. Have a good day.
Oh. Over to Tower 118.0. Have a good one, United 2357. Pasto Tower, United 2357, with you on final RNAV, runway 02.
United 2357, Antonio Narino Tower, wind 345 at 5, runway 02, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 02, United 2357. Should see the airport somewhere over there. Oh.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain.
Should have turned that off earlier. That's on me.
Approaching 02.
Approaching decision plane. 1000. Decision plane.
Continue.
Decision plane.
I said continue.
300, 200, 100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Three 1,000 feet remaining.
United 2357, exit right next available taxiway.
Right next available taxiway, United 2357. Oh man, I think I just had an aneurysm. Oh.
Cabin crew, please set doors to manual.
Approaching 20. On runway 20. Flaps, flaps.
All right, guys, thanks for flying along with me. I'm gonna go have a stroke now. I do need to figure out my controls.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated until the captain turns off the seatbelt sign. Once that happens, we will start deboarding, and you'll be able to leave the aircraft. Thank you.
Do not like the errant inputs that it's doing. It's not fun. So, welcome to Colombia, everybody. Maybe I'll record the landing challenge and put it up. If not, I hope you enjoyed this one, doing an RNAV into runway 02, Antonio Narino in Pasto, Colombia. So make sure you like that video, subscribe, and love each other and love yourselves. And I'll see you in the next one.
The aircraft is secure.
We'll say I got a 99.3 on that
You're
flight.
clear to begin deboarding.
So,
Hi, Captain.
pretty good
Would you mind turning off
for
the taxi lights?
a
They're a
crazy,
little bright for us down here.
Roger.
crazy approach. I'll take it.
Blood stains on my hands. Our 3-year one-night stand. Love is bitter when it's spent. Lying next to me in bed, serenade under my breath. It's toxic, that same dance. Our feet firm in quicksand. Love is bitter when I see how much I can make you bleed. Do you feel like you're deceased? Into the night, I drink and drive. Anything to help me let go, let go. You feel the pain, I feel the same, but we cannot repeat this cycle. The worst is yet to come. The worst is yet to come. Please don't be alarmed. We tend to fall apart. I'm entirely to blame. No, I couldn't keep you safe. If there's trust, I will betray.